Hey guys, it's Tony back with Biker Magazine again. I'm out here in the Eastern Woodlands, Central Illinois, and I brought out some gear today just to test and to look at, and also to answer one of your questions. But before I do, I want to shout out to my boys over here in Afghanistan that sent me this awesome t-shirt, the Cigar and Gun Club from Afghanistan. Appreciate it, fellas. Hang tight, be safe. All right. So what we're going to talk about today, people have been asking me, what am I going to do about the handle on the Condor Greenland pattern axe that came from in the battle box, mission number 66, I believe it was. Could have been 65, I don't remember. But I'm going to show you what I do with all my wooden handles. First thing that I do, I don't care who it comes from, is I sand them down, okay? And just for the sake of safety, I'm going to leave this sheath on as much as I can, so I don't cut myself. That can happen. All right, so what I do is I sand it all down. Until you get all that factory finish off. And again, I've got custom made axes. When they got to me, I sanded them down because I've got a better solution. And this is a nice little axe. You know, while I'm sanding this, I'll tell you, 10 years ago, you couldn't give me something from Condor. And then about 5 years ago, or maybe 4 years ago, I started getting requests to look at Condor stuff. And I reached out to Condor and we talked a little bit, and I was assured that things had really changed. And they sent me some gear, I did research, and they've retooled a lot. So now you see what I did. It's very, very simple, easy peasy there. Nothing to that. And now it's white hickory. Okay, so next thing I'll do, I'm going to have to take off the sheath though to be able to do this. Just be careful. This is a satchel of bush butter from Wood Tramp Gear. Okay, my family has been using this since 1736 when they hit the shores here. They brought it from a place called Suitz, Switzerland, spelled S-U-T-Z. My last name is Suitz because that's where my family came from. But our name is spelled S-U-I-T-S because the good folks that were doing it at the time didn't know how to spell the name. Okay, so anyway, history. This is bush butter. It comes from, or it's made from several different materials, natural materials that are found in the bush, and we have substituted a couple just to make them a little more stable. Back in the day when I was a kid, my father would use tallow from different animals to cook it down, and would mix it with different oils, waxes, other ingredients from the bush, and they would make this stuff called bush butter. Problem was, because it had tallow in it, in the summertime it would actually rancid, be bad, stink, nasty, draw flies, get maggots in it, all that stuff you don't want. So what I and my son did was reformulated this, and it is not only stable, but this will last for, gee, I don't know how long it would last because we just can't keep it around. But I would say for years if you didn't use it. But the way you use it on an axe, after you sand it, all you do is just rub it up and down, and it doesn't take a lot of the material. Okay, you see I'm rubbing it light, I'm not rubbing it hard. Okay, but I am going to go all the way around it, like so, right? Especially on the bottom where grains tend to be open. Try to get it in that lanyard hole if at all possible. Can't get it all the way down in there, but it's a very generous lanyard hole, and I would recommend to everybody out there, Anything that has a lanyard hole, use it. It's there for a reason, okay? All right, now that you have it like that, I'm going to put this butter down here. All you do is rub your hands in this to warm it up. What you're doing is you're emulsifying everything in there and causing it to melt down and get right down inside of that grain. Okay? See the difference in the color now? Turning a nice amber color. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to do the top as well. You notice I didn't use it on the top, but because it's so saturated into my hands right now, I can do that, and I can carefully draw the blade backwards across my palm, and now the blade is also protected. You can use this on the bush butter. You can use bush butter on anything, any wood handle at all, whether it is an outdoor tool like a knife or an axe, or you can use it for gardening tools. Whatever has a wooden handle, you can do that. But that's just one thing that you can do with this. It's good for mosquito bites, sunburn, chapped lips. It's good for waxing canvas if you need to wax some canvas real quick. It's good for putting on tent zippers or clothing zippers, anything that needs a little extra love for it to be able to move up and down. Leather sheaths, let me see. Yeah, here, I just had this one here. This is the sheath that you see it's kind of dull, right? So I'm going to set the axe down, and I've got this butter all on my hands, right? So what I'm going to do is just work it in there, and you can tell the richness of the color of that is beautiful, right? And now this is protected as well. It'll soak into the leather, right? If it happens to take on a white luster, just buff it out. That's just some of the ingredients separating because of the heat. You're emulsifying it with your hands, but it provides awesome protection. I get it inside the sheath for when the blade goes in there as well. All right? And that's what I do to protect all my axe handles, knife handles that are wood. I even put it on my Carta handles. You know, it's not just because it's our product, but it is the best product out there, bar none. It comes in a satchel like this. There's two of them. You saw how big they are. Where are we at? There we are. Saw how big they are. There's two of them. This will last a long time. Comes in this white satchel, except this satchel is just plain. I just grabbed this one off the shelf to bring it out here today, but it usually has our logo on there. I'll fire that up for you, and you can find these at woodtrampgear.com. That's www.woodtrampgear.com, and these go for $11 a satchel, and they last a long, long time. So thanks for watching, thanks for asking, and I hope that helped you out. So until next time, you guys ride free, you live free, and as always, you be safe out there.